what I'm really excited to talk to you about today is car seats. Because car seats have a fundamental problem. They're a really, really important safety device, right? And what we know is that when they're used correctly, they save lives. And there's nothing more important than that. But the challenge with car seats is that they're too hard to install. And in fact, 3 out of 4 car seats are not installed correctly. And that simply is not okay. It's just not okay. It's far too important of a safety device to have it used incorrectly that often. So we spent a lot of time thinking about that and wondering why is it that car seats are so hard to install correctly? And it's because they're too complicated to use, right? In order to become a certified car seat inspector, it requires 36 hours of classroom training. That's 4 full long days of training, not union work days, but real long work days of training in order to know whether or not you've installed your car seat correctly. And it's simply unreasonable to expect that parents would have that level of expertise. And so the product is just too hard to use. So we started thinking about what our version of a perfect world would look like. And what we thought was that in a perfect world, no car seat would ever be installed incorrectly. And an expert would check the installation of the car seat before every single use. And with that idea, we developed the 4-Monks car seat. It's the world's first self-installing car seat. And not only does it install itself, but it checks itself before every use. Which I'll ask you, help me get it all the way. So everyone's familiar with the car seat base. Ours isn't any different than anyone else's when you start. You set it in place. The difference is, the difference starts really there. So for those of you that are in the back, it's going to be hard to see, but I'll try to explain to you what's happening up here on stage. The first thing I do is I just push a button. And when I do, what I actually get is a video animation telling me what I need to do next in order to install the car seat correctly. So in this case, what it's saying is that I need to install the latch connectors into the anchor points in the vehicle seat. So I'm just going to pull those latch connectors out and just clip them in place. 1, 2. When I'm done with that, the car seat actually can tell and it knows that that step's been completed, and it prompts me then for the next step, which is to say that it's ready to level and tension and ask me to push the button to confirm that I'm ready to move forward with that step. So what I'll do now is I'll push the button, and what you'll see is the car seat will actually raise itself up to the correct level of incline based on the incline that this particular vehicle seat has. Once it reaches that correct level of incline, it will tension itself down to the correct tension level to make sure that it's safe to use. When it's done with that, it will prompt to say that it was successful in achieving those 2 very important targets, and is now ready to check to make sure that the infant carrier will connect correctly into the car seat. So what I'm able to do then is just take the infant carrier and very simply click it into place. And when I do, what I get is a full diagnostic check of the installation, and on the LCD display I get a series of check marks letting me know that the installation in fact is as optimal as it can be and the car seat is safe to use. And then every single time that I come to my vehicle and I place my car seat with my child in it and I click it into the car, it runs that same diagnostic. I get that same positive affirmation on that LCD display telling me that the car seat is as safe to use as possible, and and I can back out of my driveway with confidence. So it's a product we're very, very excited about. So in auto levels itself, in auto tensions itself, it checks the installation before every single use. It has a no retread harness, as you might expect, side impact protection, and all the other things that you'd expect to see in a typical car seat. It also will be available in the second half of next year.